What are we telling ourselves? What are we telling ourselves? This video is all about self-talk and the things that we are saying to ourselves, better or worse. So I hope you'll stick around to the end. If you are new, welcome to Calm with Corey. My name is Corey, and I'm really excited to have you here on this journey. Did you know that you have a voice in your head? We're not crazy. We all have the one little voice that talks to us day in and day out. And what is it saying to you? What is it saying to you? It took me a really long time to even be able to hear that voice once it was pointed out to me that I actually had it to begin with, because it tends to be something that we don't normally recognize because it's with us 24/7. It is always talking to us, always feeding us information to the point that it's really just in the background and we usually don't even recognize that it's there. Are you aware of your voice? If you are, fantastic. What are you telling yourself? And if you are not aware of that voice, start listening for it because you will be shocked at what it's saying to you. And it can be completely deteriorating to your self esteem and your self confidence, or you can program it to build you up and help you to be more positive and to bounce back in different situations. It really has a huge impact on your daily life, and you may not even know it. So I have started, well, not even recently, the last 25 years, I had just started reading all about the brain and how it works and the power of positive thought and the influence of all of the positive or negative energy that we surround ourselves with. And when I talk about energy, I'm not being woo woo. I'm talking about the people that we interact with. I'm talking about the situations in which we find ourselves. So everything impacts and feeds into who we are and what we say to ourselves. And we tend to attract that which we put out. So, like attracts like. If I'm putting out a lot of positive energy, I'm going to attract a lot of positive energy back to myself. If I'm putting out a lot of negativity, I'm going to attract negative. So, it tends to snowball and become a perpetuating theme, if you will. So I have a quote that I leave on my computer monitor on a little sticky note, and it's a reminder to myself because, and I don't even know who said it, but it gets me in the gut every single time I read it. And it says, that which we are not changing, we are choosing. Yikes. Yowzer, right? So that which we are not changing, we are choosing. Simply put, if I'm not making a change with something that I don't like, I'm choosing to stick with that. And the thing is, most people don't like change, right? And there's a saying that people will not change until the pain of change becomes less than the pain of staying the same, because change can be painful, right? Change takes effort. Change is not comfortable. So until the pain of staying the same becomes greater than the pain and the effort of changing that situation or thought process or whatever it may be, we're going to tend to live with it. But I'm here to tell you, you don't have to live with it. You can choose to make change. And so when I started on my own journey, again, about 25 years ago, I was not a super positive person, but I made a conscious decision that I wanted to be positive. And let me be very clear, this is not about faking it. This is about sincerely digging deep, identifying the parts of you that are you at your very best, and helping those parts to become the greater you, so to speak. So if you are looking for more positivity in your life, start with that voice. Identify the voice, identify what you are saying to yourself. Again, you will be absolutely shocked. And start programming that voice to be kind to yourself. It's amazing. We will say things to ourselves that we would never, ever dream of saying to another person. Some of the things that I've said to myself, I would never say to my friend or to my family member because it's just mean and horrible. So why am I saying it to myself? Give yourself permission to be kind to yourself. You are important and you are worthy. And I will have a whole other video on self affirmations, which will help with the voice in your head as well. And it will give you some tools and some additional thoughts, if you will, that you can start feeding yourself. Because here's the thing, your brain is like a supercomputer. And if you think about it, what do computers know? They know what we tell them, right? So your brain is just like a computer and it only knows what you tell it. So if you are feeding it misinformation, so limiting beliefs or negative thoughts, you're going to get an icky result that is not what you're looking for. If you start feeding it positivity and things to help yourself grow as an individual and to evolve into the best possible you, you're going to be on the right track. So, step one is identifying the voice. Step two is listening to what it's saying to you. And if you are not liking what you are hearing, step three is reprogramming that voice to better serve you. I had a mentor a number of years ago, about 25 years ago. She was one of the people that got me on this path of positive thinking and self-talk and awareness. And she used to say, if you didn't pack it, why are you carrying the baggage? So often we are carrying stuff around with us that we didn't pack. We didn't ask for it. It was put upon us for whatever reason. Somebody was having a bad day and they took it out on us, whatever. And we held on to that for whatever reason. And we have sometimes made that a part of our self talk. So if you didn't pack the bags, why are you carrying around the baggage? Think about that too, right? So as you start to identify your self-talk and identify what you're saying to yourself, I want you to also give yourself permission to throw out any of your beliefs that you don't want to have anymore. So if there's something about yourself that even if you believe it to be true, if it is not what you ultimately want to be, get rid of it. Get rid of it because you can reprogram that to be the opposite. And I'll give you a very basic, simple example, but this can be applied to everything. So one of my limiting beliefs that I need to work on is that I am not good at remembering people's names. My entire life, I have told myself I am terrible at remembering people's names. So guess what? I have a real challenge remembering people's names. On the flip side of that, from a very early age, probably because my parents made me memorize my phone number in case I was lost, I was able to memorize my phone number. And then I started remembering my friends' phone numbers. This was back in the days before cell phones when it remembered it for you. And I believed that I was good at remembering numbers. And so, guess what? I have always said to myself, I'm great at remembering numbers, and therefore I do very well at remembering numbers. But why can I remember numbers and not names? Honestly, it's what I have told myself here. So I need to flip that conversation on its head and start telling myself I am great at remembering people's names. And then I also, to support that, need to put into practice the active effort to remember the names. So self-talk and then also putting things into action. So I hope that this is going to at least get you started on identifying that voice, listen to what you are saying to yourself. And it may take you a few days or even a week to even hear that voice if you are not already aware of it. So be kind to yourself. Understand that voice is there. Find it, hear what you're saying to yourself, and start reprogramming it. Be kind to yourself because this is something that takes practice. I still practice it 25 years later. I still catch myself saying negative things to myself. So be kind to yourself, catch that voice, start reprogramming it, and we'll talk again soon about the next steps to just feeling better about who you are. All right. Till the next time, be well, be kind, be calm, make it a great day. I have full faith in you. Love you all to the moon and back, and take good care. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.